Steve Lacy has been doing some questionable things in the last few months, and his day one fans aren't rocking with him anymore for that. He's been being rude, ending concerts off on a bad note, and even throwing a fan's phone on stage all because they didn't know the words to his viral TikTok song, Bad Habits. A lot of people believe that TikTok ruined him and is starting to make him go downhill. Today we're going to talk about the sad truth of Steve Lacy's career. Real quick before we do, make sure to drop a like and comment, and by the time the video is over with, if you rocked with it, make sure to subscribe with post notifications. So Steve Lacy has been in the music industry since he was 15 years old, as he was producing for Tyler the Creator and had a Grammy nomination while he was in high school. So he was really building a strong fan base for almost a decade now, and before 2022, he had dropped a few big songs and was pretty much well known inside the music industry. But things took a turn when he dropped his Gemini Rights album on July 15th. He would go more mainstream than ever, but the way it happened was probably not so good. So the leading single for this album, titled Bad Habits, had dropped a few weeks before the album did, and it started going viral on TikTok. The song went so viral, it would debut at #1 on the Hot 100 Billboard charts, making this Steve Lacy's biggest, fastest growing song that he had ever put out. But the problem about it was people didn't really listen to the full song. They will only know the lyrics to the chorus. And I know you guys are thinking like, how did it go #1 if people didn't listen to the full song? Well, with streaming services partnering up with labels in this modern day of age, if your song has a video on TikTok, most of it will count towards an artist's streams, leading to a lot of these artists getting a real certification, and that's what will happen to Steve Lacy. Now, before he put out his album, he had announced his Give You the World tour, and the problem with it was he had booked very small venues because they weren't expecting such a successful album. So once the song on his album started gaining traction on TikTok, all his quote-unquote TikTok fans would start buying tickets to his shows, and since there weren't a lot of tickets in stock, his real diehard fans wouldn't get the chance to purchase them, and that would lead to the real Steve Lacy fans to being upset and not understanding of the fact that they couldn't go to his shows. And everyone knows a tour is the time where it's supposed to really connect with your fans. But anyways, we'll find out that the situation will kind of harm him in the long run, because at his shows we will see them kind of sing along to a few songs, but they really didn't know the lyrics to his #1 song, Bad Habits.
The way nobody sang the next verse embarrassing as.
Now this would happen a lot of the time at his shows, and it really put out the narrative that he was only known for that one part on TikTok, and his #1 song streams was deflated. And just like how everyone else would feel, that kind of made him upset, but the way he went on about it was wrong. You could just see he didn't want to finish on the tour by the way the fans was acting. I mean, look at this video of him ending a show early just because the fans didn't know the lyrics to a song. Might be sunset, might leave my nose on it. I just hope she don't want it. Don't you get me out these. Alright, good night, you guys. When that video surfaced to media, a lot of people didn't know if he was joking or not, but the fans that went to the show came out and said that it wasn't a joke, and he was actually bothered, so he ended things early. Another terrible incident that happened at his show was where he would ask for a fan's phone and slam it on the ground and just walk backstage like nothing happened. Can I see this camera? Please. Yeah, that's it. Peace. Now I gotta give it to his fans, because a dude like me wouldn't have let that slide even if he had security with him. But that's what made him look even worse, is the fact that the fans he had did that to look innocent and didn't retaliate. Now I heard different stories on why he did it. Some say he did it because fans were throwing water at him, and others say he did it because people weren't singing along to the songs but was recording him. But to the media and his real fans, it doesn't even matter the backstory, because to be honest, we judge things off of what we see. And to the fans, it look like he's being a jerk to them, leading to them not connecting with the artist like they used to, or how they're supposed to. And that makes them feel distant from the love of the music. And usually once that happens, they stop being a fan of you. And I feel like that's what's happening slowly, because nowadays when you bring up Steve Lacy to your friend, the first thing they bring up is how horribly he treats his fan base. And that's not a good outlook on him. But since he's having all this traction from a few songs that went viral on TikTok, I wonder how he's gonna play things. And if this is one of those come and go situations, because what's gonna happen once Bad Habits isn't a TikTok trend? I don't know, man. But I hope since he's been building up a fan base for a few years now, that they will still loyal to him during this bumpy patch of his career. If there's anything we can learn from this video, it should be not to let people get you out of character and become the monster in the moment. Because no matter what that person or people did to make you act that way, they're gonna disregard everything, and people are still gonna look at you like you're the bad guy. This message is approved by www.subscribetojojo.scout.com.